And we say good afternoon to welcome aboard on this first day of April 2015, our 38th day together here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, being heard all over the world, and livestream.com, podcasting later tonight. And anytime, really, go back and archive it. We'll tell you all about that coming up in a few minutes. And also, we would tell you that today's April 1st.
I quit. See ya.
Well, I was getting ready to tell you I'm going to be leaving. This is my last show. We're going to be the starting quarterback for the Oakland Raiders next April Fools.
Oh, biggie.
Yeah, right. So anyway, thanks for being with us on this first day of the month. It's Hump Day. We got a great show lined up for you. Lots going on around the region, around the country. And let's start right out of the chute with our buddy at Bristol Motor Speedway, Landon Owens, Director of Ticket Sales. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Tom. How are you, buddy?
Just fine, sir. Just fine. And, of course, he and I got to tell everybody we're proud card-carrying members of the alumni of Marshall University, are we not?
Go Herd.
We are Marshall, exactly. So I always like to tell everybody that I know that's associated with the green and white in Huntington, and very proud of that. Also, I'm associated with Bristol Motor Speedway as a track announcer, very proud of that. And, man, we got ourselves a great unveiling yesterday, the Battle of Bristol, the ticket promotion. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tom, you're absolutely right. It's no fooling around here, as we're saying today. It's April, baby. But, we yesterday we announced the ticket information and new priority point program that's going to help us assign seats for the Battle at Bristol and also determine, who's going to get those seats and when they go on sale. So it was a really exciting day yesterday. A lot of time went into that announcement. We spent well over a year putting the program together. Tons of smart people and experts weighed in. We studied many, many different places, but ultimately it came back to, we're in the college football business now, at least for one day, one memorable day, about 527 days from now. So we kind of took a page out of their playbook a little bit and borrowed some aspects from the college athletics world, and we're going to reward our loyal fans based on the dollars that they've spent here, the tickets they've bought with us through the years, and how long they've been coming. We're going to assign a point value to some of those things, and that's what's going to help us determine who's going to get the best seats for the Battle of Bristol.
Yeah, you guys went all the way back to 1992, if I read this right, and gave folks credit for being loyal customers, and so a point system is given to everybody that's, again, longevity is going to be the key to this thing, right?
That's absolutely right. That's one of the factors. Another one of those factors is how many tickets that you purchase. We're going to go to the most recent 3-year period and take a look at how many tickets you have that you bought from us in your account. And then also, you mentioned those 2 years. We're going to give credit for 1 year, 1 point per year for every year you've had consecutive tickets for the Cup races. We're also going to do the same thing for season. So those people that buy season, they've been coming and spending their money with us the longest, and we're going to let them double up a little bit. And then at the same time, we're going to look at the fourth factor, how much they've spent with us. We're going to give them 1 point for every $1,000 they've spent over their whole lifetime. And by lifetime, we mean back to 1992, as you said. So a lot of time and effort went into it. We hope the customers that we have understand and are pleased with the decisions that we've made. And we invite all of you to give us a call. You can check your point total. And even if you're a season ticket holder, you can put a deposit down today. And that'll guarantee you tickets to the Battle of Bristol.
We're talking to Landon Owens from Bristol Motor Speedway. So, about 70,000 tickets are left. Everything else is gone. So you take the Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum. That sounds like a lot of tickets, but it really isn't, is it?
Yeah, it's going to go fast. When you consider that we have, upwards of 150,000 here when we welcome our NASCAR fans, that's a lot of accounts. We actually went back and we dug up over 165,000 accounts that have a priority point total.
Wow.
That's just a mind-boggling number to us, and we were really, really just humbled by the fact that people have been coming here so long, and we got to show them some love. So that's what that's there for. But also people that might be brand new, you might be listening to us today and may not have tickets yet, and just want to let you know you have a chance as well. You could either jump on as a season and guarantee them, or coming July 1st, you can put a deposit down if you have a NASCAR Sprint Cup ticket or an NHRA combo ticket. The combo ticket covers all 3 days of the Thunder Valley Nationals event. So July 1st, those customers can actually start putting down deposits. They're non-guaranteed, just meaning if we end up taking more orders or more deposits than for what we have the tickets left, those 70,000 that you mentioned, there might be some people shut out. If there's any seats left over, though, after those two groups, though, we will open it up to the general public. That won't be until around this time next year. So there's a lot of time there in between. So if you don't want to wait and you want to start making plans and guarantee that you're going to come, fire up the RV and be here for the Battle at Bristol, give us a call today, 423-BRISTOL, and you can get your season tickets right now.
I would think somebody be sitting out there thinking, I would not wait. I wouldn't procrastinate. If you don't have tickets, you want to get yourself a chance to watch the biggest football game ever. I would, if it was me, I would go and either call 423-BRISTOL or go to bristoltix.com, and I would buy that $149 ticket. They get you 3 days here in 2 weeks in April, 2 days in August for $149, plus that Battle of Bristol. You get a chance to put a deposit down to those tickets. So, to me, that's a whole lot smarter than waiting until next July or next whenever when it gets released to the general public, because, let's face it, there's a chance they'll all get gobbled up and there won't be any for the general public. I guess there's that chance, isn't there?
Yeah, there's always that chance. It'd be far too early for us to speculate how it's going to go. But if the way that Tennessee sold, they put their allotment of 40,000 seats on sale on the first day of the announcement, and they were gone in a month. And that was 3 years in advance. Now we're more than halfway there from when we made the announcement. Believe it or not, the countdown clock in Bristol only reads 527 days as of today. So we're more than halfway there. We're about a year and a half out, and when we made the announcement yesterday, the phone line started lighting up, and they haven't slowed down since. We've got a little low right now, so if you're one of those people that couldn't get through earlier, give us a call right now. You can get right in.
423-BRISTOL. So one more time before I let you go, tell us, how do we do this? Again, to get this $149 ticket, again, for my money, that's the best way to go. But from your standpoint, what's the best way to go for someone out there right now that says, I want to come to this football game next fall?
Absolutely, Tom. And as you said, we started $149. That's for our whole season worth of racing. And there's places that you can't go and get one ticket for that. So we pride ourselves on providing the best experience in motorsports, and the great team from our general manager Jerry Caldwell on down, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our chairman Bruton Smith, always puts on the best show in racing here. And 423-BRISTOL, bristoltix.com. If you're web savvy, we can get you guys some season tickets, get you locked in. Or if you just want to go ahead and kind of get your place in line for July 1st, Food City 500 tickets, we've still got some great locations available. Those start as low as $64, and we can get you, actually we have some on the front stretch that we can sell to you today. So that's pretty rare that happens, especially as well as ticket sales have been going for the new April date.
Yeah, up there Saturday at the open house, and up on the stage, I was talking to Ben Trout, and I said, look, $149 divided by 5 days, 3 in April and 2 in August, you can do the math, comes out about $29.80 a day to come to the Last Great Coliseum. I mean, I'm not sure you can go to a movie, really, or most other kinds of entertainment for that kind of money. You get a chance to be 3 days in April and 2 days in August with the night race. And for my money, for $29.80 a day on the average, I'm going to get me a season pass, and you're selling them like hotcakes, and understandably so. So that would be the way to go.
Hey, let me just say, I know you're a young guy, and this radio thing might not work out for you. You got a career in ticket sales, my friend. If you ever need a job after this radio thing's over, you let me know. That was pretty good.
There you go. I'm a simple country boy from West Virginia, Landon, so I always simplify things. And I may not be able to wrap my hands around $149, but I can get $29.80 a day.
I hear you, sir.
That's the way to go. So.
Look forward to seeing you down here, man. Sorry I missed you this weekend, but we will see you plenty come 3 weeks from now.
You got it. Have a great day. Thank you, my friend. And it's April, baby, at Bristol Motor Speedway.
It's April, baby.
You got it.
Come see us, folks.
You got it.
We are rolling out the red carpet for you, so let's go racing.
Yep. Great job. Talk to you soon.
Okay, buddy.
Great job again, Landon Owens. What a nice guy. Again, the director of ticket sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. $29.80 a day to go to the Last Great Coliseum. 423-BRISTOL is the phone number to call, or bristoltix.com. And again, about 70,000 tickets could have already been sold out of the Speedway. Decided to put them up on a first-come, first-served basis. So
let's put this in perspective.
I don't think it'll make it to July 1st next year.
Now, let's put this in perspective. A one-day ticket to Disney World, just one of their parks,
yeah,
is now over $100.
There you go.
So I mean,
you get 5 days of racing
5
at
days
Bristol
of racing,
for $129.
Yeah, for $30. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. There again, I'm proud of myself. $29.80, not even $30 a day.
West Virginia Ciphering.
Ciphering, baby.
I saw you with that abacus. You were just going to town.
Yeah, that what?
Abacus.
I don't know what that is.
That's right. I forgot you're from West Virginia.
Up home, we use a calculator.
This was an ancient calculator.
Oh, yeah. That one has
with the beads.
The beads. I got you. Thank you. That's very nice. That's
You're
really
welcome.
sweet of you. Thank you. Nice to. Just when I'm feeling good about myself, I come in here and a horse brings me back down to earth. So there you go.
Yeah.
$29.80 today for Bristol tickets. Again, 423 Bristol and BristolTix.com. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show on this Wednesday. It's Hump Day, April Fools 2015. Coming up, we got the quiz show, 5 for 5, bottom of the hour. I mean, it's a given. It is a given.
You say that every week, and they stomp you.
Yeah, it's either it's not even either. It's automatic. I mean, they don't stomp me. That's a little strong. They've beat me a couple of times, but I generally come back with a vengeance.
Have you won?
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But
Enough said.
Perception's everything. So, but today's the day. I'm telling you.
April Fools, baby. You're going to lose.
The Raiders say just win, baby, and today is the day. So
yeah.
I'm going to whoop up on them.
Raiders
about 20
ain't
minutes.
winning either. So.
Okay, well, Horace is off.
I'm in a rare mood today.
It's church night. You can see that tonight. That's good. It's just I'm feeling the love. Hey, we want to dedicate our show unashamedly to the man who hung on the cross again for all of us, and none of us deserved it. Of course, this weekend it's all about not about the Easter Bunny. It's all about the death, burial, and resurrection of the Lord Jesus. Here is the verse of the day. We always give you a verse to start the show. Isaiah 43:1 says, "Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine." Whoo! That's pretty strong, and we are his because he hung up there for us. So we unashamedly devote this show to him every single day. Daniel Norris, we were wondering if he's going to make the rotation, make the bullpen. He not only made the team, he not only made the past the bullpen. Looks like he's going to be the number 3 starter.
Third in the rotation.
Yep, number 3 spot starts April the 6th, which is Monday, against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. How about that?
Ouch.
Woo, I love it. Give me the ball. I think that'd be a great challenge.
Yeah.
If you're going to go, why not go to one of the
Yep.
famed stadiums of all of baseball, Yankee Stadium, against the Yankees Monday. Daniel Norris, the number 3 starter in the Toronto Blue Jay rotation.
And you see the beauty of this, too, is these teams, when he faces them for the first time, they got no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all fresh for him. So everybody he faces basically is for the first time.
I don't think he faced him in spring training.
I think
so.
they played him once or twice, but I don't know if he
I don't
pitched
think he
against
pitched.
him.
No.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I remember they were talking about him going, was it 3 1/3 innings or 3 2/3 innings, and A-Rod hit one long off of him against the wall, but he did real well in that matchup.
Yeah, it won't be a problem. He'll get up there and fan him. Wouldn't it be cool throwing no against these guys? Daniel Norris starts his first start. Last year he came out of the pen. So
came out of the pen first against Big Poppy, struck him out.
Yeah, this will be his first official Major League start in his career. So exciting news. Again, Daniel Norris, or as you call him, Dino. Daniel Norris will be the number 3 starter Monday for the Blue Jays when they play in Yankee Stadium against the New York Yankees. Later on, we'll check in with Greg Salyer. Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds. I'm all about it. I got took to the woodshed.
You're pumped for this, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I got took to the woodshed last week by Greg. He said, man, you were so down on the Reds, I didn't even have a chance to really talk about what I want to talk about because I was trying to put out your fire because you were revved up. This week, baby, print those I almost said Super Bowl. Print those World Series tickets. We're going to the big dance. We're in. Reds, we are smoking good. Where are we right now? We are 14-11. I love it. If I can't be 25-0, I'll be 14-11. Go Reds, go Reds. Is that good?
That's fine. Yeah, go for it, baby.
Yeah.
You're not wearing a Reds hat today, though.
No, I can go get one during the break. I can swap it out. In fact, I will for Greg's segment.
My hat's at the house. I should have brought it today. I forgot. This is Reds Report Day.
Yeah, Reds Report Day coming up at 2 o'clock. Also, we'll check in with Wes Holly, the legendary softball coach at Milligan College. How legendary? 800 wins under his belt. He joins us in the second hour of the show. Dr. Barry Walton, I think he's under the weather today, so we'll get to talk about what's the name of the sunscreen?
As a matter of fact.
Yeah. Did you bring some?
Here you go, big guy.
That's what I thought. I knew that was coming.
That came from Hosey.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He knows all about what happened yesterday. And he said, I got something for him.
Okay. All righty.
So you have your own personal tube of
Okay.
Blue Lizard sunscreen.
Now, let's go ahead and put that right up here. Can they see that?
They can see it.
All right. Thank you, Hosey.
And it's for sensitive people.
Well, that's me. Cap turns blue in UV light. So anyway, Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen made right here in the Tri-Cities at Crown Royal Laboratories. So what's the SPF on this bad boy?
I have no idea.
30 plus. That's very good for sensitive people. Okay. There we go. Blue Lizard and available at Max Medicine Mart, and we'll do Dr. Walton's segment because he's into some other things today. Can't be with us, and so will be with us next week. But Blue Lizard, so made here in the Tri-Cities, sold all over the world. In fact, twice last year they actually ran out. I had to stop promoting them because that's how popular they are. And I guess the one I like, and we'll get on my soapbox. Where was I at last year? What event was I at where I saw these kids that were just beat red in the middle of the day strollers because they hadn't put any sunscreen on them at all. And I'm thinking, if they're red now, wait till the night. They take, anytime you get sunburned, it's always worse in the evening.
Well, they're just future Cincinnati Reds fans.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know where that came from, but
red. You said they were beat red.
Well, they were beat red.
Yeah. They're dressing up for the game.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I'm talking about their skin, not their outfit. I'm trying to be serious about this. So anyway, I've lost my train of thought.
I do. I do to get
lost
you
my
going.
train of thought. Oh, so anyway, these kids were no sunscreen. Well, Blue Lizard has a great sunscreen product for little people, which I think it's like 40 plus SPF, and so they've got them for folks who do sports, folks obviously who are sensitive, for children. They got them all here. Blue Lizard, available at Max Medicine Mart on Center Street in Kingsport. Make tracks to Max. That made no sense. The kids were beat red. Oh, I got you.
Cincinnati Reds.
I've got you. I'm talking about their skin.
You're a little slow there.
Well, I'm thinking about their clothes. I'm thinking skin cancer and red, and they're getting burned up, and there's no protection. They're out bebopping these strollers. I want to look at these people and go, God, put something on those kids. They're going to get burned up. That's not healthy for those kids. And you're over there.
I know where you're coming from. I was just trying to make it funny. It's April Fool's Day. Yeah.
I'm thinking, why did I come in here today? Can I just go back? Can I go somewhere?
Start over.
Yeah, can I start
over? We hit
over?
that theme music.
Yeah, that'd be good to start over. That's great. See, Hosey started this whole thing off. See, he's heard all about the faux pas yesterday, right?
Oh, yeah.
He called it Blue Emu.
He heard it all. Yeah. He listened in. So.
Yeah, Blue Emu, and I've called it Blue Lagoon. I knew it started with an L.
The Blue Emu is the for sore skin. That's it's not the sunscreen version. Yeah. It's like Bengay type stuff.
Oh, there is a product by Blue Emu? Okay, well, we're not promoting it. We're promoting Blue Lizard at Max Medicine Mart, and it's not Blue Lagoon. I knew it started with an L. Had one of those senior moments. So, anyway, thank you, Hosey, for creating some turbulence today here on the show. That's good. So, all righty, what else are we doing? Let's talk about NASCAR. Now, your boy Rocket Ryan in trouble. See that?
Not my Rocket Ryan.
I thought you liked Ryan Newman.
Have you ever? When did I ever say I liked Ryan Newman? I don't dislike him.
You got him rolling.
He got me going.
There you go. I thought you liked Rocket Ryan Newman.
Well, when he was with Stuart Haas, I liked him.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Stuart Haas. All right. Here we go with Stuart Haas. All right. See, NASCAR leveled harsh penalties against Ryan Newman's race team after determining. Now, we talked to you last week, told the story about they got a new little thing going on in the garages at NASCAR where they drill little tiny holes in the tires to allow air to escape during a race. It's known as bleeding tires, supposed to give them some extra oomph to the cars and to the tires. Well, there was some speculation some guys were doing it. Well, sure enough, Ryan Newman's team was doing it, and so they got caught. As a result, crew chief Luke Lambert fined, good grief. Crew chief Luke Lambert fined $125,000.
Ouch. That for a single person, that's a
chunk.
That's a chunk. We're not talking about a team here. We're talking about an individual.
It's out of his billfold. Suspended for the next 6 races. The suspension also includes the All-Star race in May.
Ouch.
So he can't be the crew chief for the All-Star race. Lambert also placed on probation through the end of the year. Now, Newman and car owner Richard Childress docked 75 points each. The penalty drops Newman, runner-up to Kevin Harvick in last year's championship in points. He now goes from number 6 to number 27th in the standings.
Wow.
That is a big hit. So they're going to make, and they did, make an example of
now, this all came about when they were pointing fingers at Stuart Haas Racing doing this stuff.
In California.
And they haven't come out with anything about them, right?
No, they're clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle.
That's your boys. Clean as a whistle. Also, the tire technician James Bender and engineer Philip Surgeon also suspended 6 races. They're placed on probation through the end of the year as well. So NASCAR obviously didn't like that. I know last week Dave Angie told us 3 things you don't mess with in a NASCAR is the tires, the gasoline, and the car. Yep. And so they messed with the tires, got caught. And so that one boy, the crew chief, $125,000 fine. Whoo, that's a hit. And then Newman docked 75 points. So he's now in 27th in the standings. Of course, they're off this week for Easter, and we appreciate NASCAR stopping for the death, burial, and resurrection for this Easter weekend. Also, Kyle Larson out of the hospital after completing tests to find out why he fainted at Martinsville Speedway over the weekend. He fainted during an autograph appearance at Martinsville, transferred to a Charlotte hospital. Team has not said whether a cause has been determined for the fainting. Of course, they have a week off to get rested up, and Regan Smith drove his car last week and kind of had a tough day at the office, as they say. And so he hopes to be back in the car next weekend. They're racing the Duck Commander 500. By the way, I want to say this real quick. That's the name of the race next week at Texas Motor Speedway. Got on the website last night, and I'm not even sure what it's called. I cut off the bottom of the article. Phil Robertson on Why Duck Dynasty Works says if God is behind it, it'll go all the way to the top. And it did.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who would have thunk?
You can't outgive God.
No. Who would have thunk a reality show about a bunch of rednecks, duck hunters in Louisiana was the #1 show on cable television ever?
A lot of people say that's scripted. Well, I'm sure there's a template that they have to go by. But these guys ad-lib all over the place.
You can't script Cy Robertson.
Oh, no.
No, that guy's a piece of work. So now they say if you go down there, you can see them. If you're in town, you go down to West Monroe, Louisiana, where they are, and where the show's filmed, you can actually go up and talk to them, and they're pretty accessible.
Oh, yeah.
Who did I say? Oh, buddy of mine, Roger Fields, was in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago. Back in November for a conference at the Omni in Atlanta. And make a long story short, he came out of the elevator on his floor of where his room was, and there in the hallway, he thought it looked like Sadie Robertson sitting on the floor on her cell phone. He said, "Are you Sadie Robertson?" "Yeah." "Well, what?" So Mom and Dad are in there, and I mean, they're just
humble people, man.
Yeah,
they're just like anybody else.
So she's beating on the wall, going, "Mom, Dad, hurry up, we're going to be late." And out the door comes Willie and Corey, and my buddy Rogers. They stood there and talked, and I mean, it's just like me and you talking. Yeah. There's no pretense about these people. Anyway, Phil Robertson says, why Duck Dynasty works, if God is behind it, it'll go all the way to the top. So that's kind of our mantra for this show. The Lord's all about it's his show, and if it's meant to go all the way to the top, it will. And we'll be wearing sensitive blue blizzard sunscreen while we do it. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. We've got folks lined up and ready to go. Again, we've got the quiz show coming up in a few minutes. It'll be a 5 for 5 with Elvis. I think Elvis is the trivia today. Tommy's going to be giving us the questions. The lovely Apester comes up with them, and then she passes them on to Weinmann. And so Weinmann will give those out coming up here in a few minutes. And then we'll come back and take a look at what happened yesterday in baseball and softball around the region. It was a busy day for that and a beautiful day for that, as a matter of fact. First day of the month, April 1st, right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's not just a race, it's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City 500. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed. one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know to update your coverage when adult children move home?
Oh, heck no.
Or that you could get coverage for identity theft through your homeowner's insurance.
And that your valuables can be covered by home insurance even when they're not at home. The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Again, being heard right now on livestream.com. We be live right now. Later on tonight, we'll be podcasting. Horace, the owner of Blue Lizard's Sensitive Sunscreen for Max Medicine Mart, would you please tell us, sir, how we can catch this exciting
exciting show?
This exciting cavalcade of fun and frolic on the podcast. Would you please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What you need to do is you need to either download TuneIn or the Stitcher app to your smartphone, or you can go to iTunes if you have an iPhone, and you can subscribe to the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and you will get a podcast every day as I upload them. That's the easiest way to get to them, and of course it's just the audio-only version, but you can listen to it at your leisure, man. That's what it's all about. You don't have to wait and listen to it every day live. If you want to do it on the way home or while you're eating dinner, whenever, man, you can listen to the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
You and Hosey were listening this morning. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're on the way back from Kingsport. We made a run up there, and on the way back, I just threw the old phone on and used Stitcher this time.
Yeah.
And pulled up yesterday's show, and we listened to the show.
That's where Hosey heard about
the Blue Lizard.
Yeah, the Blue Lagoon. I tried to say yesterday, went blank, had a brain burn. So anyway, yep. And Hosey's supposed to get us some bumpers. He told me he's going to give me some bluegrass bumpers to put in. He's that boy can pick, can't he?
Oh, man, he can pick about anything.
He's awesome. Our boy.
Awesome on the dobro.
Yeah, boy's awesome. All right, let's see what's happening in sports. College football, another casualty, if you will, in Alabama. Yeah, you don't care about that because you're a Tennessee guy. Tyron Jones, T-Y-R-E-N, Tyron Jones, arrested on a marijuana charge. Third arrest of a Crimson Tide football player in 4 days. Jones released from the team. No longer with him. Nick Saban had suspended him indefinitely on February the 10th for conduct not to the standard of the Alabama football program. He's gone. Safety Geno Smith and since dismissed defensive lineman Jonathan Taylor arrested on Saturday. So Smith arrested on the charge of DUI for the second time. Taylor, again, as we told you yesterday, following a dismiss from Georgia's football team last year, came to Alabama, and so he now, following a domestic violence arrest in Georgia, now faces similar charges stemming from a separate incident in Tuscaloosa. So
now,
what do you do? If you're a coach.
You let them cry. This is for all the UT fans, man. We're loving this.
They're crying? Gotcha. Yeah. Because it's not just UT. They're not the only ones having guys leave teams and getting in trouble.
But you never hear about Alabama's troubles.
So there's 3 in the last 4 days. So what do you do? You can't follow these guys around, obviously. No. There's consequences for your choices,
and it's just due. I mean, this is where I get on my soapbox every now and then. You've got to nip this, and you got to nip it hard when it happens. Otherwise, the other kids will come up and they think they can get away with anything. Name and point, Jameis Winston.
Here we go. All right. How did you bring him into the fray? We're talking about Alabama football.
Well, I'm just saying, as in general, these kids get up into these programs and they think they're invincible because of who they are and where they're playing and what they're doing. And I mean, it starts at the Pee Wee leagues.
Okay. So how do we fix it?
Pop Warner and everything. I mean, you got to.
I'm with you, but you're the commissioner of the Pee Wee League. So how do you start an 8, 9, 10-year-old little guy or lady that's playing?
You don't let them play.
Well, I mean, how do you start then telling them that we don't want them to get to this point?
When they misbehave and they do something stupid, these coaches will let these kids keep on playing. Okay, they slap them on the wrist. You can't slap them on the wrist when they're young. You've got to lay the hammer down then, so that in the future, when something comes up, hey man, I don't want to. It's just
okay. But if you're a coach and you suspend little Tommy Taylor for being a turkey, which
you were,
which I was. I got my rear end lit up, but that's a whole other story. But if you suspend me and mommy and daddy come and say, and they just raise a ruckus and go to whomever, and you need to reinstate this because it happens all the time. You got to reinstate the kid on the team. My little kid didn't do this, blah, blah, blah.
And that's where the coaches need to step up and say, hey, I'm sorry. They've got to hold their ground too. The thing is, it's bigger. In the long run, it's bigger than these kids. And when you got these kids that grow up and they start to become Jameis Winstons and these kids that are getting kicked off Alabama's foot, they've got talent, okay? And they're wasting it. And it's just the morals and ethics. It's just that generation. I mean, I'm on my soapbox. I'm sorry. 3
words. Starts at home.
It does.
Yeah, and a lot of these kids have no home life.
No.
A lot of them fend for themselves.
And then you got these big-eyed parents that say, oh, man, I got Super Johnny here who's going to do everything. Yeah. And they see dollar signs. And they push it, and it's crazy.
How many times I've been doing ball games for 35 years? How many times have I heard in all my stops, pick the state I've been in, but you've seen these guys or these girls or guys in high school, mom and dad said, oh, they're pro. Man, these guys are going to make it. She's going to make it. They're going to make it. Yeah. And they get to college, and all of a sudden, high school you can be a big fish in a small pond. You get to college, there's a big fish, a lot of big fish in that pond, and they don't measure up. They can't make it. They can't do it. And next thing you know, they quit the team, and they kind of start spiraling downward because they've been put up on a pedestal all these years. Because, once again, as I said at the beginning, we started this show 8 weeks ago. We, or at least I think you're right there with me, we look at sports as one spoke in the big wheel of life. Yeah. It is that which it is. But a lot of folks put it way above that, and it starts down early, that these kids are invincible. They look the other way, and also doing games. And you're right. All these years I've been doing high school games. How many times I've seen all these different stops I've been at where guys got in trouble and the coach needed them for a win, be it a basketball, football, or baseball player, or in this case, girl athletes too, and they looked the other way because they needed a W or they needed that kid on the floor and on the field for their talents. And as a result, you didn't do the kid any favors at all.
No.
So hopefully these guys got kicked off the team. Maybe they'll look at it and say, I just blew a really good opportunity, and they can get their act together and make some changes. But I'm right there with you. It starts early, but I think it's as much at home, if not more so at home, that there are consequences for your choices. Man, I got told that all the time, and I tell mine that too. There are consequences for your choices. Just the way it is. For every action, it's was the law of physics. I didn't do well in physics, but
for every action, there is a reaction.
Yeah, isn't that the physics thing, or is that chemistry?
It comes out of
physics.
Well, it could be in
so I laid
science.
I didn't make it to chemistry too much. I was right after lunch. I was usually at the wrong place to make chemistry class. I guess it is physics. For every action is reaction. So, or consequences for your choices.
Yeah, we could talk about this for another 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah. And it's a microcosm of our society.
Yeah.
So, need we look any further than in Washington for integrity or lack thereof? So it's not. All right, let's take a break on that one. We got Tommy Weinmann ready to go. He's going to bring us the quiz show. We'll go 5 for 5. The Apesters already sent me a text, said, good luck. Yeah, you're going to need it because we're going to go. There's going to be 8 on that bulletin board, scoreboard. Bracken Paving Asphalt Maintenance will be a big, fat, black 8 where I'm going to go 5 for 5 next right here. You be ready for it on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that it's smart to replace washing machine hoses every 5 years? What if you didn't know that you might need extra coverage for more expensive items? And what if you didn't know that teen drivers are 4 times more likely to get into an accident? So, the more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Hey, Diet Mountain Dew driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. On April 19th, I'll be racing at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Food City 500. Tickets start at just $64, so call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com today to see me and my Diet Mountain Dew team in Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thank you, Tim Smith. That was such a sweet, kind text. Great show. You have a face for radio. Thank you, Tim. That's very nice. Let's go to the ponies there, our buddy Tommy Weinmann. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm just living one day at a time and enjoying every bit of it, Tom.
You got it. Now, your boys are playing. We got to the Final Four this weekend. Tell me about it. Can they beat Wisconsin?
Now, Wisconsin is a team just like Notre Dame, Tom. They found a way to beat Notre Dame, so we'll tip it up and see what happens. They win, they win. They lose, they lose.
I've got tickets to go to Indianapolis. We're going to be sitting right beside Ashley Judd. Would you go with me?
No. I don't need to see Ashley Judd. I mean, she does nothing for me.
All right. There you go. So okay.
She acts like she's a huge fan. She went to school there. She is a fan, but, they don't need to put the camera on her all the time. It's almost as bad as when Kurt Warner's wife, they did that with her. That's kind of like how I view this as.
All righty. Okay. I got him going over there. That's good. Where are you looking, or where are you today looking at folks' driveways and parking lots as far as giving estimates for Bracken Paving?
Oh, Bristol, Tennessee, Bristol, Virginia, Blunsville, and Churchy Hill.
Wow. Apster's got you everywhere today. So.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't know I'm in Church Hill today.
Oh. Well, okay.
Yeah, I snuck that one in on my own.
There you go. 323-8726, the number to call Bracken Paving. And what are you seeing out there right now before we get to the quiz show? The winter been pretty tough on driveways and parking lots?
It's been real tough on driveways and parking lots. Lots and lots of potholes coming in all over the place. People flipping out. Speed bumps getting taken up by snowplows. Curbs getting taken up by snowplows. The winter was a tough one this year, that's for sure, which is good for us and bad for everybody else.
There you go. So he's a phone call away. And call and talk to the lovely Apster or Sarah at 323-8726. Get your quote, and Tommy will come out and give you a quote. You guys have started. How far back if we come out and you give a quote and we say, yeah, we want you to do it, what kind of turnaround time we got?
Oh, probably 3 months.
Okay. Well, okay.
Oh, I'm cracking myself up, Tom.
No, not for
No, it shouldn't be too long. Maybe within a week's time.
I would say business is good if it's 3 months.
Yeah. Well, that'd be my time. Everybody else is a week. Tom, for you, 3 months. Okay, thank you. All right.
Tom?
Yes.
Are you there?
I'm right here. Are you there?
Hello.
Yes, are you there? We're right here.
Nothing's changed.
Tom?
Yeah. We lose him?
Tom?
Hello? Hello? Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, let's
call him
hang him up, try back. That's the perils of the cell phone. We got to get him on the landline.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let's see what we go. Let's try this again. Hey, all righty.
Live internet.
There you go. Hello. I'm sorry.
You just hang up on me?
We're right here.
No.
Let's hit the music. Let's roll with it here in case we lose you again. I don't know what happened, but we're ready to go. 323-8726. Here we go. All right. There we go. We're playing for free oil change again from American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Again, at 913-3111. Get a free oil change to them. Free haircut from Cherokee Barbershop, home of the Gator Man, and a free courtesy pass, all-day passes for anything that you would have to pay for at Bays Mountain Park. You'll get free, and that can be used anytime between now and the end of the calendar year. Ready to go. Question number one, Elvis trivia. Fire away, big guy.
Who are you playing for?
Well.
You forgot.
No, I'm going to play for – no, I actually had it over. I'm playing for Roy Settle today out of Colonial Heights. My buddy Roy
Settle. Do you want to apologize to him now, or do you want to wait?
Nah, I'm going to get him an oil change from American Import and Auto Repair. All right, here we go.
First question.
Yeah.
True or false?
Yes.
The first magazine to feature an article on Elvis was Country Song Roundup.
First article to feature, I would say that is true.
I would say you're correct.
Hey, hit that bell. There we go. We're 1 for 1. Go ahead, number 2.
True or false? By the time Elvis died, Elvis was the second biggest selling recording artist of all time after Frank Sinatra.
True.
That is false.
Hey, all right. Another one of those.
That would be Bing Crosby.
That's one of those stupid questions. All right, go ahead. Number 3.
True or false? The original name of the 68 comeback special was Elvis.
True.
That is true.
Thank you. 2 for 3.
Thank you very much.
I'll return to sender.
True or false?
Yeah.
Elvis has never received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award.
That is true.
That is false.
Hey, another stupid question. All right. Very good.
He got it in 1971.
All righty. Another stupid question.
And the last one to see which side of the fence you fall on. True or false?
Yes.
Elvis' first national #1 country single was I Forgot to Remember to Forget.
I forgot.
That's a tongue twister.
To remember to forget. That would be true.
That is true.
Hey, I finished strong. 3 for 5. Okay. So now I hate Bing Crosby. What was the other question I missed? I don't like Bing Crosby now. That was a stupid question. Now, what was this?
And Elvis has never received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award.
I think Grammys are for ninnies. So there you go.
See, you missed all the false questions. You were going straight true down the ladder.
Yeah, I know. Well, see, last week she went all 5 trues on me, so I was trying to think she's going to trick me again this week, and she didn't. She did good. It's just I just wasn't on my A game. Maybe next week. So,
I think what you need to do is just call me ahead of time and get the answer and the question, and they'll make it easy for you.
And then just play dumb, pretend like I'm really studying over here for these, but I'd already have
exactly.
Then I could purposely be wrong. That'd be dumb to get the answers and the questions, and then purposely say the wrong thing so I couldn't win. That would not be smart. So you're right,
no.
Roy Settle. Maybe next week we'll try it again for you, big guy. So, all right, Tommy, can trudge on. Bristol, Virginia, Bristol, Tennessee, Blunt, Vegas, and Churchill. 323-8726, the number to call to talk to our buddy, and we appreciate him. Tommy, Kentucky or Wisconsin, what do you think?
Oh, I've got to go with Kentucky irregardless.
Blowout or close?
Oh, it'll be a barn burner. It'll be worthy of a national championship game, just like the Notre Dame game was.
All right, so you feel – wait a minute. Am I getting one already? Yeah, I'm already getting texts blowing through here about how bad I did. So, all right, Tommy, thank you, my friend. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for being with us on the Tom Taylor Show, all right?
You got it, man. Thanks. Have a good one.
Yep, he's awesome. Love that guy to death. He's a great friend, and he's our buddy. Apester? Maybe not. I don't know. There's the all-time – I would have never guessed Bing Crosby. I was thinking the Beatles.
And you know what? You're 0 against her, man.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for bringing that up. Thanks. So, anyway, I went 3 for 5 in the quiz show. I missed Bing Crosby. What did she say? What did he say? He's the all-time #1, whatever he was. I would have thought the Beatles, but he actually used Frank Sinatra as bait, and I went for it. Or she did. Yeah, you got that right. Reel that big boy in. And then the Grammy thing, he never won a Grammy, and I didn't think he did, but he did. So, anyway, thanks, Apester. Love you to death. And, again, brought us Reese peanut butter cups a couple of weeks ago that you didn't want, so I ate all 6 of them.
Well, I can't. I got to watch my sugar, man.
Yeah, well, I did too. I watched it go.
You watched it go down your belly.
With a big old, there you go. With a big old glass of milk's cold, make your teeth hurt. So, again, thanks to the quiz show. We'll do it again tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow, Richard's going to join us from Kingsport Cabinetry. He'll be the guest for tomorrow. If you like to play golf, story today in the John City Press. The Spring Fling, once the most popular tournament in the area, being resurrected, I should say. The new twist coming back as the inaugural Spring 4 United Way tournament. We need to go play golf. We need to go out and try and yeah, never mind. Tournament schedule from, I'm not going back down that trail, tell that story, where I hit rocket shot What would be the odds I teed off?
I'm just trying to picture you swinging a golf club, period.
Yeah. See, when I went out there, I didn't tell you the part. I had bib overalls on. That was the worst thing. Bib overalls and swimming shoes.
It's bad enough I got an image of you with a putter in your hand.
And what kind of ball cap did I have on? What's the greatest football team ever?
Oakland.
Had a Raiders football cap on, bib overalls, and swim shoes. I was quite the lad out there at the crossings.
Oh, man.
Tournament scheduled for May 16th and 17th will benefit the United Way of Washington County and its agencies. The tournament, which will be held at Johnson City's 2 golf courses, Pine Oaks and Buffalo Valley, will use the same 2-person select shot format as before. The old event drew as many as 430 players one year and billed itself as Tennessee's largest 2-day tournament. $200 a team, $50 a player, includes golf cart, prizes, and awards reception at the tournament's conclusion. You can get more information by going to the Johnson City Parks and Rec. We'll have Carmichael on tomorrow. I'm sure he'll have something to say about that. And also, you can go to the United Way. Our buddy Lester Latney heads up the United Way of Washington County. Again, the tournament May 16th and 17th at Pine Oaks and Buffalo Valley golf courses. And so, should be a lot of fun, really. I mean, that's for those who golf, and it's for a great cause, United Way, that takes care of a lot of folks' needs in the region, in this case, in Johnson City and Washington County. Well, I'm speaking of Johnson City. You told me you didn't like boxing. You weren't a big fan of boxing.
No.
Is that right? Well, they've got coming up Saturday Night Fights 4. It will take place Saturday, the Holiday Inn in Johnson City. It's going to be Bang Bang Promotions putting this on. Doors open at 6, bell time at 7. Ringside seats are $40. General admission is $30. It's going to be at the Holiday Inn. Some of the guys boxing, Robert Hall Jr. and Curtis Tate for the Cruiserweight Tennessee title. How big is a Cruiserweight guy? He's not a heavyweight.
No, he's kind of in the middle of the road.
Mid-range?
Yeah.
Blayton Watson also on the co-main event. Also in the card will be Charlie Watson, Roy King, Brad Austin, and MMA sensation Dustin Long making the transition to boxing and making his pro debut. So all this coming up on Saturday night in the Holiday Inn in Johnson City. So if you need more information, you can call them at 676-1660 is the number to call. Also coming up, when street fights. It'll be tomorrow.
Thursday.
Tomorrow night, street fights at the Bristol Dragway. You can take your vehicle up there for $5. You can watch it. $10 you can race it. Whatever you've got that you want to go up there and get in the midst of the street fight, the Bristol Dragway. That is tomorrow night. That is a cool event. If you've never seen it, you got everything up there from minivans to pickup trucks to I was up there one time. A guy had a souped-up Volkswagen, an old Volkswagen Beetle, where the engine's in the back. Yeah, engine's in the back, and he had the hood off. Can't remember what he had down in the what would be the trunk, but it's in the front of a Beetle. It had some kind of crazy gyration, and it was spray painted real like a hot neon green. And so this guy, he's racing. Can't remember who he was racing and what kind of car, but
they have classifications, I'm sure, right?
Well, I think so. But whatever he was racing, this guy comes off, and that little Beetle. He's about 800 yards behind. He never came close.
Nobody cared.
He didn't care. He was waving at people he's driving. It's like a Sunday tourist. So pretty cool stuff.
Do you win anything in the street fights?
Huh?
Do you ever win anything in street fights? Or
Did I?
Do you win anything?
Yeah, there's prizes. Absolutely.
Okay.
There's monetary prizes, and I think some trophies. I'll have to double check. But, yeah, there's a reason to go up there and do it. There's light. There is a pot at the end of the rainbow if you win the thing. So tomorrow night, street fights at Bristol Dragway. And, again, come one, come all. And, again, $5 to watch it and $10 to race your machine down the dragway at Bristol Motor Speedway. Pretty cool stuff. So that's what's going on there. Let me tell you again about our good friend, our buddy, again, at Max Medicine Mart. They start a brand-new promotion today, Blue Bonnet. That product line, of course, all the caps, I'll use this as a demo, all the caps of the products are blue.
In the sun.
Blue, no.
Oh, no, you're talking about something different.
I'm talking about Blue Bonnet, yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm using this as a Blue Bonnet prop, and so everything is a dark blue cap. So when you go into Max Medicine Mart, they have all the different have everything broken up into not necessarily the companies, but what you need, vitamin D and this. And so when you see the blue cap, you'll know it's Blue Bonnet, and everything starting today for the month of April is 20% off. Again, Blue Bonnet, we'll have Dr. Walton on next week to be more specific about all the different things that are, all of them are good in the product line. Out of Texas, the Blue Bonnet product line, and it starts 20% off today. Also, we mentioned earlier the Blue Lizard sunscreen made here in the Tri-Cities, Crown Laboratories in Johnson City. Goes all over the world. This is right. What happens when this hits the sunlight?
It turns blue if you got UV out there.
There you go. Cap turns blue in UV light outside. Blue Lizard, Australian sunscreen. They sell the whiz out of this at Max Medicine Mart. as I said last year twice on the radio, he called me up and said, stop promoting us, we've sold out till we get a new shipment in. It flies out of there, and it has lots of different applications. This is for what kind of people?
Sensitive people.
Thank you, Hosey, for giving this to me. So nice. If I go up and sucker punch him tonight, do you think I could live to tell about it? Probably not.
No.
No, I wouldn't do that. I love that guy to death, but he's a big old boy. But anyway, he brought me a sensitive blue lizard. They've got an SPF 30+ on this one, paraben-free, chemical-free, fragrance-free. And when you go to the pools or the lakes, you see a lot of these in people's swim bags, tackle boxes when you go fishing. Blue Lizard, Australian sunscreen. It's available again at Max Medicine Mart.
Now, that blue cap thing is kind of neat, too. A lot of people don't realize this, but on a cloudy day, you can still get sunburnt because of UV rays. And, people, that's why that blue cap, when it turns blue, there's UV out there. You may not be in the sun, but if the cap turns blue, you're exposed.
And Dr. Walton has told me more than once over the years that typically the cloudy days are worse than a sunny day because folks think the very thing, well, sun's not going to give you today, but it'll burn you up quicker, I think, on a cloudy day. And wintertime is usually worse than summertime being outside. So Blue Lizard's used year-round. They've got it, again, for different applications. As I said earlier, and I was talking about the little people, kids, gosh, we're going to be outside with the kids. Put some sunscreen on them. Don't let them get beat red because ultimately, okay, I read this somewhere. Maybe Dr. Walton told me, but when you get burnt as a kid, oh, gosh, I don't want to quote, I'll be wrong, but in essence, when you get sunburnt, get burnt a lot when you're a kid, and I did, and a lot of kids did, you're more apt to get skin cancer as a result of getting burnt when you're a little person. So they've got the application to put on for Blue Lizard for the little people as well. Of course, this weekend's Easter, the death, burial, and resurrection of the Lord Jesus. Again, you got Easter candy out there. Russell Stover Easter bunnies, if you're into that. Marshmallow in milk chocolate. Mini eggs. They got coconut, cookie dough, caramel, and fudge brownie. Mini eggs. Again, at Max Medicine Mart. They have the Willow Tree Angel figurines. Those are always big sellers for now. Actually, the three biggest times they sell them are Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter weekend. And if you still want to send a card to someone, also remind you at Max Medicine Mart that no cards are ever over $1.99. Now, here's a product I want to tell you about before we go to the break here. It's called a Kabooty.
A Kabooty.
A Kabooty, a 3-in-1 complete comfort seating. They have it's a 3-in-1 seat. One has a seating wedge, if you need that. One has a donut ring. Another one has a tailbone cushion. If you fell and busted your tail in the ice or for whatever reason, it's a 3-in-1 seating. It's for under $20. It's called a Kabooty. It's a 3-in-1 complete comfort seating. They've got them in stock at Max Medicine Mart. Again, tailbone cushion, a seating wedge, or a donut ring. So they've got those, and again, it's called a Kabooty, K-A-B-O-T-T, K-A-B-O-O-T-I. Kabooty.
Have you ever had to use a donut ring?
No.
I haven't either.
No. But people, they sell them all the time. Or a seating wedge or a tailbone cushion solution. So they sell a bunch of them. Kabooties, a 3-in-1 complete comfort seating solution. Also, they have a full supply. We talk all the time. When you first come in the store and go to the right, durable medical equipment. They got a great selection of splints and braces. You get out there if you're playing ball. A lot of folks playing ball now, or as I said last week, get a hitch and you giddy up, and you got to have a brace or a splint, or if you've
back in my sophomore days, I was visiting the local pharmacy all the time looking for a knee brace or an ankle brace.
There you go. Go to Max Medicine Mart.
Whatever they had to clean up strawberries, when you slide in and you get a strawberry.
You slid?
At one time. Now,
once.
In my later days, no, I was a beached whale when I tried to hit third. So
man, you slide, I can just see dirt going. It's like a gopher.
Pigpen.
You go in the head first, or even slide with your hiney, and there's dirt flying. It's like a roto-rooter in dirt.
No. My sliding skills.
That's pretty good. Come on now. Roto-rooter in dirt. That's pretty good.
My sliding skills, I didn't have any.
Yeah, I can see that. You just stop. You went in the slide. You didn't slide.
That's why I wanted to put them out. So I just take my leisurely time.
So you can walk around trot around the
They don't even let you do that anymore.
They don't?
No. You hit a home run, you got to go touch first base, and then they count the run. That's all you got to do. Go up, touch first base.
They don't let you walk?
No. It slows the game down, so back to the dugout you go.
Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I know it.
So when you hit a home run now in softball, you can't take a little tour around the bases?
No. You go up to first base, they send you back to the dugout. They count the run.
Well, what if you got people on base? They just come on home, and that's it?
Well, yeah.
You don't get a chance to trot in behind them and go all the way around and touch on plate, get high fives and fist bumps or whatever. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I didn't know that.
When you only got an hour to play a ball game.
Well, I don't care.
I know it.
If I've jacked a home run, I like to have my day in the sun. Well, that is crazy. That's foolish.
Well,
that's
the way it is, big guy.
My mother would say that is. My mom would say that's foolish. Yeah. All right.
Maybe they've changed it. I know it's been a few years since I played.
Man, I tell you, things I learned about our society just drives me bananas. All right. So anyway, we got. When you slide into second or wherever you ground up the dirt, you come out of the strawberry.
I look like a beached whale, but yeah, I usually end up with a rash somewheres.
There's days I have rashes. I'm not going to tell you where he puts mine. So, just kidding. Love him to death. So, anyway, Mike's Medicine Mart. If you do go in and get a strawberry and need a little help with that, they've got the ointments and the creams to take care of that. And, of course, the gauze and the bandages and all that down the appropriate aisle at Mike's Medicine Mart. Also, we talked about you drinking water today. You are?
Yes, flavored water today.
There you go. And I've got my water right here. And so love drinking water, and Mike's Medicine Mart's got all kinds of different choices of water. Also, if you're a person who needs gluten-free products, they have a full line of gluten-free products at Mike's Medicine Mart. Again, some folks have to have that for their diet, and just happen to have right here in the, as Rush would say, my formerly nicotine-stained fingers, I have the gluten-free. Love that guy. Cereals, breakfast bars, crackers, brownie cake mix, breads, pastas, pretzels, and rice chips, all gluten-free at Mike's Medicine Mart. They got the small and large joint wraps. If you need that in the nighttime after you've hurt yourself during the day. Moist heat, hot or cold, one size fits all. They have small and also large joint wraps, small to fit small person, and the large to fit the large person, obviously. All this available, again, at Mike's Medicine Mart. And this is cool. They have a certified tech on hand to measure TED hose and compression hose. If you need that, they've got that. And an orthotic tech on hand to fit for braces. And also they have, again, one more thing, out of the durable medical equipment, they've got lift chairs, toilet seat risers, grab bars, shower benches, canes, walkers, heating pads, crutches, compression socks. All this available, again, at Max Medicine Mart. You make tracks to Max, and you do, and we appreciate them very much. And, again, reminding you they have Blue Lizard, and they also have, starting today, Blue Bonnet on sale today, again, at Max Medicine Mart, again, on Center Street in Kingsport. Before we go to the break, we got the second half of the show coming up. We'll talk to the Reds reporter with Greg Salyer. Let's run down the baseball from yesterday. We'll do that. Baseball and softball. We're all about our local sports. Yesterday, Science Hill defeated Daniel Boone 11-0. Tennessee I defeated Sullivan Central 13-6.
You say 11-0?
Yeah.
I expected that to be a closer game.
I did too. I thought yesterday when I was sitting there, I thought, man, it's going to be a close game. Wasn't. Science Hill got them 11-0. Mm-hmm. Crockett beat Sullivan East 17-6. Dobbins Bennett in the tournament in Charleston, South Carolina, beat Fort Dorchester 11-3. Unicoi County over Sullivan North 9-2. Elizabethton gets by South 3-2. Johnson County beat Providence Academy 15-1. Hampton, the Bulldogs beat Unaka 7-6 in baseball. University High over Cloudland 17-15. That's a football score. And North Green beat West Green 3-2. Now, in softball from yesterday, let's bring you up to speed on those before we go to the break. Crockett beat Dobbins Bennett 9-0. Crockett's having a heck of a year. They are 8-2, and they're on top of the Big 7 at 4-1. Crockett shutting out Dobbins Bennett 9-0. Elizabethton beat York, South Carolina 4-2. Crockett beat Elizabethton 7-0 in a tournament down south. Kingsport City and Washington County on spring break this week, so their teams are traveling. Dobbins Bennett's ladies beat York, South Carolina. Timberland defeated Johnson County. No scores on those. Daniel Boone's girls beats Socastee, South Carolina 22-5.
Yeah,
that's a whooping there. That was a woodshed game there. I got to the woodshed. Volunteer beat Tennessee High 4-2. Wise Central over Central. Sullivan Central 3-0. Sullivan Central beat Wise Central the nightcap 8-6. Unicoi County all over Sullivan South 17-6 in girls softball. Unicoi County's the real deal. They're 11-0. They're undefeated. Ryco beat Sullivan North 9-5, and University High blanks Hampton in girls softball 10-0. One softball score to report to. University High doubles up Tri-Cities Christian 4-2. And that's your baseball and softball from yesterday. Another beautiful day here in the neighborhood to be playing that again today. Let's see. I want to say, Pete Taggart. I want to say hello to Pete today. And he's one of our buddies. Now, coming up later on the show, we'll check in with Greg Salyer here in just a few minutes. And also we'll check in a little bit later on from Wes Holly, the Milligan softball coach. He's picked up his 800th win earlier in the year. 800 wins. That's a lot of softball.
I don't care what you say.
That's
an
impressive. Absolutely. That's awesome. So we'll tell you all about Pete Tiger coming up here in a few minutes as well. And also the thought for the day with our buddy Larry Kaiser from Nationwide Insurance. Here it is. The thought for the day is a goal casually set and lightly taken is quickly broken at the first obstacle. If you casually set a goal, okay, I want to do this. And you say, if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. Well, the first time a little bump in the road comes up, you'll quit and walk away. Thought for the day.
Casually set.
Yeah, a goal that's casually set and lightly taken. What do you want to do? Okay, I want to do this. And there's no passion, there's no drive to accomplish it. Then the first time there's the first obstacle, you'll walk away from it.
I think a lot of college students need to take heed to that because, you set a goal and you go into college and you just take it lightly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's going to go away.
Yeah. I know there's folks that go into that in a marriage or in a job.
Oh, yeah, anything.
A goal casually set, I think we're going to stay together. I think we will. No, first little bump in the road, they're gone. Goal casually set and lightly taken is freely abandoned at the first obstacle. That's your thought for the day. As man on the screen, or you got him up on the screen?
Yeah, he's up there.
Isn't he a handsome devil? That's the big easy there. 6'12".
Got that conservative suit on, red tie.
Black belt in karate. He'll kill you if you mess with him. So he's a great guy. Great guy, and does a great job selling insurance for Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side at 282-1389. Before we go to the break, we tell you about Smart Ride. It is a program. If you're a safe driver with Nationwide, Smart Ride was developed especially for you. You can earn an instant 5% discount when you sign up with Nationwide. The safer you drive, the higher the discount you can get, up to 30% off of your insurance nationwide if you're deemed a safe driver. How's it work? Well, Smart Ride gives you personalized feedback to help you make even safer driving decisions. It's a free 6-month program. Start saving today. It is not a GPS system, and they also don't track you where you're going. They do track the miles you drive, your nighttime driving, fast accelerations, and hard braking. You get a weekly email to update you on your driving performance from the previous week, so you always know how you're doing. If you're a safe driver, Smart Ride was developed especially for you. From Nationwide Insurance, they put members first because they don't have shareholders. Give him a call. Our buddy Larry Kaiser at 282-1389. He's based in Johnson City, writes insurance all over the place. And, again, he's a great friend, does a great job selling insurance at Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. And, again, his thought for the day, a goal casually set and lightly taken is freely abandoned at the first obstacle. And I think that is a definite truism. Quick break. We'll come right back in the second part of the show. Reds Report. Go Reds. Reds Report, West Holly and more straight ahead on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that home insurance can keep your stuff covered even when it's not at home? Or that collisions with wildlife on the road may not be covered? And what if you didn't know you could be liable for any accidents on your property? The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's not just a race, it's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City Fire. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, hour number 2. Thank you for being with us again on this beautiful, beautiful day. Our show brought to you by Bracken Asphalt Maintenance, Wells Fargo Financial Network, Bays Mountain Park, Max Medicine Mart, Cherokee Barbershop, Bristol Motor Speedway, by American Import and Auto Repair, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, Larry Kaiser Nationwide Insurance, Book Lovers Warehouse, and by Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. And may I mention, I've been asked to mention one of the guys down at American Import and Auto Repair, the one, the only, Big Sexy is in the house. So Scott Hyatt, he's got a ball cap. It's really cool. It's a Michelin ball cap, and the bill feels like it's actually a piece of a rubber tire. So in the bill, as I went up, I said, "Can I touch your cap?"
Get your bill.
I did. I said, "Can I touch your bill?" He said, "Excuse me, sir." I said,
"I'm sorry."
I did. I patted his head. I said, "Man, that's cool." The bill of his cap is like it's a piece of rubber. It's a rubber tread off of a tire from Michelin. So. Guess you had to be there. So anyway, and then I got a nice text from Tim Smith. He said, "I'll never give away another oil change as long as you're doing the answers to the quiz show." Thank you, Tim. Bless you and yours. So went 3 for 5 today. Didn't do good. Let's go to the phone. Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds. Right here they are, the big pennant. My favorite player behind me, autograph picture of Tony Perez from the Big Red Machine. We're going to the Super Bowl. No, we're not. We're going to the World Series. I'm jacked up.
Super Bowl.
Well, I'm just so excited. Hello, Greg Salyer. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Tom, I'm doing well. How about you?
Well, apparently I don't know what sport I'm talking about, but, yeah, I'm excited. No more negativity. I'm all about the Reds. Last week I was down on them. Hey, we're 14-11. We're going to the World Series. We're having a great spring training. Give me the Reds report. What's going on we need to know about?
Well, it looks like the roster may be set, at least as far as the position players go. Of course, the starting eight's pretty much been known since the beginning of spring training, but looks like the bench is going to be Brennan Bosch, Chris Dominguez, Skip Schumacher, Brian Pena, and Christopher Negron. Pretty strong bench, Brennan Bosch has hit his way onto the team, came in as a non-roster invitee to spring training and had 14 RBIs and batted .389 and just won a spot. I think he led the team in home runs. Yeah, he had 4 home runs as well. So that tied with Todd Frazier for the team lead in home runs in the spring. And Chris Dominguez wasn't far behind him. RBIs, I think they were tied at 14 and played his way onto the team. And the Reds are looking good. Pitching is looking pretty well as well.
Now, the number one giveaway at a ballpark, we had this on the show like the first or second week of the show is what? Remember what it was?
Number one giveaway?
Yeah, at a ballpark. What is everybody wanting now?
Bobbleheads.
Yeah.
So I'm looking here in the month of April. If you go up there, I want you to give me one because I know you go all the time. But in April, they got the Todd Frazier Bobblehead Day. They got the commemorative Nasty Boys Triple Bobblehead. That's on April the 25th against the lowly Cubbies. In May, check this out. May 16th, Johnny Bench Bobblehead Night at the ballpark.
Wow.
Against the Giants. In June 6th, Barry Larkin Bobblehead Day at the ballpark. Whew, I'm all about this. I don't care if they ever win. I'm ready now. So Saturday, June 20th, Brandon Phillips Bobblehead Day against the Marlins. Is this getting you excited?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. See, I told you. It's a new day, new week. I'm all about it.
Now, just yesterday you were bailing, jumping ship.
Nobody needed to know that yesterday. That was yesterday. Today's a new month, Horace. Leave me alone. Let's see. August the 1st. August.
Tom, I do need to tell you something.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old young lady that lives at my house.
Yeah.
Has heard your comment about maybe jumping over to the Cardinals.
Oh.
And, she's more than a foot shorter than you and about a third your weight, but she's after your hide.
Oh, really? I guess we'll deal with that tonight then when I see her at the old church house.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to hide from her.
Okay.
She's looking for you.
Come right up to me. There you go. Last but not least, on August the 1st against the Pirates, Devin Mesoraku Bobblehead Day. So pretty cool stuff, some of the promotions. And so, yeah, the Reds are setting ready to go against the Pirates on Monday for opening day. What was the guy's name? Paul, is it Mahom, the guy they sent down?
Yeah, Paul Mahom. He ended up being released. He was coming in trying to make the team, and he probably would have made the team in the bullpen, but he wanted to be a starter. He started pretty much his whole career, and there just wasn't room for him in the rotation, so he was released, and hopefully he'll get a job somewhere and be a strong player for somebody this year. They also released Jose Mijares as well, and that wasn't a big surprise. They were looking at him as a possible fit in the bullpen, but just didn't work out.
There you go. Now, let's see. Johnny Cueto, is he ready? Is he going to be our ace? Is he the opening day starter on Monday?
Yeah, it'll be Cueto all the way on Monday. This is going to be a good year for Cueto, I think. He is going to be looking for a new contract after this year, either with the Reds or somebody else as a free agent. So you know how those free agents are. That free agent year, they turn it up a notch. And if he can turn it up a notch from what he did last year, just imagine how good he's going to be.
Absolutely. And is this not his contract year, too? This is his money year? Yeah.
Yeah. It's Mike Leake's contract year as well. So, first two starters are kind of in that position. So we'll see what happens with those two guys later on in the year. But, Cueto's going to be the opening day guy, and, we'll see what happens on Monday against the Pirates. That's a holiday in Cincinnati, by the way.
I know, opening day. I mean, school's out. I mean, it's a big deal, opening day in Cincinnati. And, of course, the month of April, actually, we're going to go 162-0. We're not going to lose any games this year. I'm that confident of this baseball team. Pittsburgh, Cardinals first, and then go to the Cubbies, and then go to St. Louis. And, man, you look down the month of April. By the end of April, we'll know what kind of – I would think have a pretty good indication what kind of year we're going to have because we play all the teams in our division between Monday and the end of the month, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at that schedule, it's tough. And, even the Cubs are going to be tougher this year. Reds don't get a break until the last day of the month when they play the Braves.
That was great. I love it. What a zinger on closing. That was fantastic. Hey, what's our topic this Sunday in the Church House on Easter Sunday? What's going to be your theme?
Oh, wow. Easter Sunday, of course, it's going to be about the resurrection. We're going to be in Matthew 27 and 28. And title's going to be The Fear and Great Joy of Easter.
There you go. The Fear and Great Joy. What time sunrise service?
Sunrise service is at 7 o'clock. Hey, we're going to be in Genesis in the sunrise service.
There you go. Sunrise service in Genesis, and the regular Easter service will be, again, in Matthew, what'd you say, 26 and 27?
Matthew 27 and 28.
Oh, I was close, 27, 28. Very
Still
good.
Up at the pavilion for the sunrise, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and last thing, on April the 24th against the lowly Cubbies, they're having the 1990 World Series replica ring ticket package. I don't know what that means, but you can get a replica of the 1990 World Series. You can go on the line and check out under schedule promotions. But that'd be pretty cool to go up there and see the Cubbies and get a 1990 World Series replica ring ticket package, whatever that means. So.
Yeah, I can tell you about that, actually. For $25, you get a ticket, which is a view-level ticket, which is the upper level in Cincinnati, and then you get a little special, I don't know if it's an extra ticket or what, or it's printed on your ticket, but you take it to a certain part of the stadium and pick up your ring. So
there you go.
Kind of a neat thing.
Yep. If you're going, count me in. I'll just get me a ring and I'll pay you for it. I guess that's how it works. But I guess if you win the ring, I'll never see it. You or your daughter or somebody will get it, right?
Yeah. Hannah's already seen that. She's been talking to me about that game.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll deal with that tonight. That the thoughts of me jumping over to the Cardinals, I'll be reprimanded tonight by your daughter. So there you go.
You will. You've made that for it, but we'll see if you've made that for it in her eyes or not.
There you go. Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds. Hey, I'll see you this evening. Appreciate you very much. Great job.
Thank you, Tom.
Yep, super job. Greg Salyer out of Johnson City. Big Reds report. Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds. Yeah. Somewhere, I'll get it by tomorrow, there's somewhere in this computer thing where there's a home run by, Devin Mesoraco. He had a grand slam. I got it somewhere.
Somewhere in this computer
thing. Oh, out here in the nebulous. And so we'll play that tomorrow because Marty, Hall of Fame announcer Marty Brenneman, let's see. Do I have my picture with him somewhere up there? Maybe I took it down, but I had it somewhere up here. The Reds announcer, to me, the best ever. But anyway, we're all about the Reds here. I loved it. He said, Reds don't get a break at the end of April. They play the Braves. Ouch. Now, let's see. The Bravos and their defense, they're not the worst. They're 13 and 15 in spring training. Reds are 14 and 11. The Toronto Blue Jays are tracking them now. If you missed it earlier in the show, Daniel Norris named the number 3 starter in the Blue Jays rotation. His first assignment will be again on Monday, April the 6th, this coming Monday against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. So we're following, Horace and I are going to follow the Blue Jays too, simply because of Daniel Norris. I would think a lot of folks are going to be doing that. I mean, why would you not? The guy's made it. It's the dream of every kid that's, lays in bed at night dreaming of going to the bigs. He's there. He's going to be a starter in Major League Baseball. His first ever start in Yankee Stadium in New York. Kid's out of Johnson City. You know him. He's a great Christian young man, and he's got his head screwed on right. And so why would you not cheer for him? So Toronto's Daniel Norris from Johnson City Science Hill makes the big club. Made it last year, spring training. His performance has earned him a start in the rotation for the Blue Jays. And that is very, very impressive. Kudos to Daniel Norris. So we need to get, where would he get us a Blue Jay pennant?
I don't know. We'll find one.
Yeah, we need to find a Blue Jay pennant, put it up here in honor.
I tell you, that's another team that we need to kind of promote and start following. Since it's in our backyard.
Smokies.
You got it.
I knew that was coming. The Knoxville Smokies. Well, as a matter of fact, I got a story over here in a minute about the K-Mets and the Appalachian League. We've named their new managerial staff in Kingsport for the upcoming year. Now, the Smokies are down in Sevierville, and they're Cubs franchise,
yeah,
right?
they're double-A team.
Yeah, double-A, the Cubbies. And Messina, I'm going to tell, he's opened up the door. He went last year, and all I heard about him and Ed McClure, all I heard about was the food. I said, well, who won the game? Let me tell you about what's the food. We got this.
Barbecue, baby.
I said, well, okay, but who did they play and who won? Man, I got to tell you, that barbecue was out of this world, and you had this and that.
I'm going to say this, okay, and I'm plugging the Smokies, and you go to a Smokies ball game, it's a big league feel, all right, because they got great food, great seats, great atmosphere.
Great food. Never mind if the team's any good. It doesn't matter. What did you have down there? What did you have last year?
Everything.
I know you had everything, but
nachos, Polish sausage,
barbecue.
We had the barbecue,
and a little barbecue,
ice cream.
9-inning game. Okay, ice cream.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And they got cheer wine, baby. Oh, it's good stuff.
Oh, make me cry over. That's good.
And it's very, very affordable.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a great – if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday evening, Friday evening, and they got a game at home, take your clan and go down there, man. It's a great time.
I'm going to ask you one question.
All right.
Who did they play? Do you know who they played that night?
Well, they played Jacksonville one time. One game was against Jacksonville.
How many times did you go?
We went 2 or 3 times.
But you just remember the one time we played is Jacksonville. The other 2 times?
One of the other times was a Braves. I think it was the Braves franchise. But, didn't care, man. Just had it was the atmosphere, and it was just the enjoyment of being there, watching it. I mean, it's great.
Making my side hurt. I'm laughing so hard. We went down the wrong trail. Who we played doesn't matter. Food was great. Man, that barbecue is excelente. So there you go. We're going to do a road trip. We're going down, are we?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, here's what I want to do this year. I don't know if you're in or not. Larry Kaiser, we've talked about doing this every year for 15 years. Maybe you can jump in with us. We're going to go to every Appalachian League ballpark here in the Tri-Cities and watch a game this year. We'll go to Elizabeth and watch the Twins, go to Bristol one night, watch the White Sox, go to Kingsport one night, watch the Mets, Johnson City, watch the Cardinals, go down to Greenville and watch the Astros.
That's 5 games.
In a primo ballpark. Whew. Oh, yeah. Astro Park in Greenville is dynamite. It's a great ballpark. And then we'll trudge on down one night and watch the Smokies. So, yeah, so that's
Have you
good.
Been to a Smokies ball game?
No, sir. Never been there.
All right. So you're in for a treat, man.
Yeah, I'm in for a treat. And not a better person I want to go hang out with my boy Horace. Yeah.
I'll buy you some nachos.
Yeah. Now, Ed McClure ate the whole time down there too, right?
Yep. And
Eduardo's, what did he tell me?
We had a little ticket package. We had a buffet.
How'd I know this?
Before the game, hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue.
So you just incriminate yourself.
I don't care. I love it.
Nachos, barbecue, hot dogs, hamburgers, ice cream, cheer wine.
It's the all-American pastime, man. You got to enjoy it.
What, eating or baseball?
Both.
I love it. You are out of this world, man. You're all right. Anyway, before we go to the break, K-Mets new manager this year, Luis Rivera, who spent the past 3 seasons the Mets' short season hitting coordinator, served as Kingsport's hitting coach in 2011. He'll be the new manager in the dugout in Kingsport this year. Joining Rivera in the dugout are Jonathan Hurst, returning as a pitching coach, and Sean Ratliff in his first season as the hitting coach. So they're getting ready, of course, and Cardinals and the Mets and the Twins and the White Sox getting ready for the big season coming up. And so already announcing the new managerial staff of the Kingsport Mets. We'll have them on a lot starting when they get a little bit closer. They'll come in here, let's see, early June. They'll start the season mid-June and go through the end of August. A short season, about 70 games for the Appalachian League. And we'll start checking on the Knoxville Smokies. We got some folks down there who want to be on the show, and we'll talk to them periodically what's going on down in Cubbyland for the Knoxville Smokies, the home of cheer wine and hot dogs and burgers. And is this an every night thing? Or is this
one of the new things they got? All right. Calhoun's has a place at the stadium now.
Oh, Calhoun Steakhouse?
Calhoun's from barbecue
down on the river.
Yeah,
Knoxville.
yeah. They're in the outfield.
I'm in.
You can go out there. You can have dinner and watch the game.
You just reeled me in. I got my attention. You got my attention. We'll go out and eat a steak and watch a ball game.
Steak, barbecue, whatever they serve out there. I don't know.
I'm in now. We're gone. Road trip. Me and Horace heading down to see the Smokies, and I'm going to get me some Calhoun steak. One of Hosey, you think Hosey would go?
Oh, yes, sir.
Can you imagine you and I and David Holtzclaw rolling into any kind of a buffet place, see us three big old boys walk in and go, then people go, uh-oh. They're going to be a hurting.
We're closed.
We're down for the night. Come back tomorrow. All right, good stuff. Quick break. We'll be right back. We've got some folks to talk to. Let's see who's on the registry coming up next. Oh, we'll talk to Wes Holly a little bit later on here in the show. And also, we've got tickets to give away. Here's how you can win tickets to go to Bristol. It's the doubleheader in, 2 weeks from Saturday. Wow. 2 weeks from Saturday. The Drive to Stop Diabetes 300, the Xfinity Series race, and also the K&N Pro Light, Pit Light 125 in the Pro Series. Great story last year. Eddie McDonald, Ben Kennedy, led that race out of 132 laps, led 130 laps. Had a little misfire there on the backstretch. Eddie McDonald went around him for the final 2 laps. Took him about 28 seconds to get around there twice. He wins the race for the K&N Pro Series Pit Light 125. And, of course, also last year in the Xfinity Series, Matt Kenseth led most of that race. And I think I read 178 laps out of that race, 300-lap race. And then, again, had a bad pit stop and of course, racing out on the track. Kyle Busch, he came back and won the race last year, the spring race. Obviously won't be there this year. And then the same, really, on Sunday. Matt Kenseth dominated that race, too. Of course, it was rain, had a lot of delays and cold weather. And Kenseth dominated that race. But then in the end, Carl Edwards, of course, took the Kellogg's Cheese and Ford into victory lane for then Roush Fenway Racing. So those are the 3 guys coming back. Of course, Busch won't be here this year. He's still hurt. Although Joe Gibbs told us the other day that Kyle's been coming to the team meeting, so he's at least come back around the shop. He's in a wheelchair, but he's coming around the shop, and so I don't think we're going to see him anytime soon.
No.
I'm going to say August. I think he may be back by August for the night race.
You
don't think he'll be back at all?
No.
Okay. We'll see. But anyway, that's the 3 guys come back to defend their crown, and 2 of those you can win tickets to go see the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300 and the Pit Light 125. How might they do that, Horace? How can they get the name in the bucket?
Send us your name, address, and contact information to TomTaylorSportsShow@gmail.com and put in their little blurb there about why you want the tickets. And you, too, might get your name picked, and we'll send you to the Stop Diabetes 300 and the Pit Light 25 on April the 18th.
Yep, Pit Light 125. Our winners so far are Kent Archer from Limestone, Tennessee, Britt Marshall from Kingsport, and also, what did I do with it? Miss Odessa. I think I got her name. Denise Odessa.
Denise, I think it's
Yes, Denise Odessa. Got to find that card from Kingsport. So we'll pick another winner coming up. So, again, you can register. As Horace said, go to Bristol or Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com. Register for the tickets. We'll give them away. And, again, 3 winners already. We'll pick another winner coming up here before the end of the show, which we'll do coming up here in a little while. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll switch gears, talk a little softball with a legendary coach here in our neck of the woods, Wes Holly. Over 800 wins he's garnered as the not the volleyball, but the softball coach at Milligan College. We'll talk to Coach Holly coming up next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know to update your coverage when adult children move home?
Oh, heck no.
Or that you could get coverage for identity theft through your homeowner's insurance.
And that your valuables can be covered by home insurance even when they're not at home. The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Hey, Diet Mountain Dew driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. On April 19th, I'll be racing at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Food City 500. Tickets start at just $64, so call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com today to see me and my Diet Mountain Dew team in Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thank you for being with us. And we appreciate that on this Wednesday, April the 1st. Again, our, 38th day together. We're working on our 8th week of the show. And let's see, we did a little check yesterday. We're in 9 states now. We got folks listening to us and watching us in Kansas. Of course, here in Tennessee, obviously, the Tri-Cities and all over the state. Kansas, Georgia, California, South Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, and Michigan. Right now we're on livestream.com on the internet. But tonight you can go back and we're podcasted on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, and YouTube. And so you can go in any of those and type in the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and there we be. We talk about longevity and coaching, and here's a gentleman that's done it for a long time, and the wins speak for themselves. Coach Wes Holly's with us from Milligan College softball. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, Tom. I'm fine. How about yourself?
Just fine, sir. How long have you been coaching at Milligan, or how long have you been coaching in general?
Well, this is my 27th year at Milligan, and then I helped start the program at Tuscan from 83 to 87. Was down there 4 years, so this makes my 31st year in collegiate coaching.
31st year in collegiate coaching, and our win total is what? How many do we have right now?
Well, our win total at Milligan is 803 right now. We can't coach at Milligan. I was the assistant coach down there, so you have to be the head coach to count those. So all 803 are my 27th year at Milligan.
27 years of coaching, 803 wins. Holy smokes, that's a lot of softball. And has the game changed since you started coaching softball at Milligan College?
Yes, it sure has. When we first started, of course, that was a transition from a lot of slow pitch teams in college to fast pitch. So, back then, basically, tried to develop pitching, have a pitcher, and, some defense, a little bit of hitting. But if you had a dominant pitcher, you're pretty well going to have a good team. But that's changed so much now. Everyone has good pitching, and then the short game has come into play so much prevalent over the last 10 years. You have these slappers and the good bunters, and, of course, the girls are quicker this day and time and stronger. So the game has changed offensively all the way around, and, it's much more competitive now, and you've got to really be on top of your game day in, day out.
So I'll take 803 wins divided by 27 years. I've got you averaging 30 wins a year. Is that correct?
That's pretty close, Tom. Pretty close.
That's incredible. Again, we're talking to Wes Holly, the Milligan College softball coach. So recruiting-wise, how is the high school game? I know you have a lot of local girls on your teams from year to year. How is the local softball game, how's it rate or rank compared to other parts of the country as far as high school softball?
Well, we have a lot more local girls now than we used to when I first started because the high schools and the competition around here, they didn't play a lot of summer ball and everything like Chattanooga, Nashville, and, of course, you go out west and down in Florida and stuff where they play year-round. And their summer teams out there are really, really exposed to good competition and everything. But this area in general has caught up over the last 6 years, particularly, and the competition is much more competitive now and equivalent, you know. So we try to recruit as many local girls as we can. Have girls from Daniel Boone, Dobbins Bennett, Science Hill, Happy Valley, and Johnson County on my team right now. And so then I have quite a few girls from Knoxville. So we don't have to have as many out-state girls as we can now because these girls are getting better at the game and everything, and playing summer ball has really helped them.
Who is the best? Everybody has their favorite sports star, depending on whatever sports that you're involved in. Who would you say would be, if you had mentioned one lady that personifies softball in this country, or ladies, who would you say that would be? You know, Michael Jordan for basketball, and you can go down the line, different guys for football. Who would be the marquee name to throw out there as far as maybe the all-time greatest female softball player?
Well, I would have to say it is not only the dominant one, but probably the most pretty one, and that'd be Jenny Finch. Jenny is an icon of softball. She still goes around as a big ambassador now. She retired from the SA team. And fortunately, we got to play against them in 2008 in Johnson City. We're the only NAIA school that the Olympic team ever played, and we had a sellout crowd of 3,500 people at Cardinal Park watching that game on April the 13th, 2008.
Wow. Jenny Finch, is that right?
Jenny Finch.
Finch, I'm sorry. All right, so she is arguably the best softball player ever. We're talking to Wes Holly, the Milligan College softball coach. Coach, tell me about your team this year. What's going on with them right now?
Well, we're struggling a little bit right now. We're really not playing up to where I would expect them to, but we're basically playing 500 ball right now. But the weather has really been a key factor this year. There was a 5-week stretch that we wasn't even on our field from the middle of February till the middle of March. So it's really hurt us as far as getting the new girls out, getting them some repetitions on the field, and getting them into our system and everything. But they're working pretty hard right now, so we got a couple more weeks left of the season, and then start the tournament on April 21st in Kingsport. So hopefully we'll get them ready for the tournament there and put on a good show for the tournament over there.
If there's a little lady out there listening, or parents or grandparents are listening for a little girl that wants to get into softball, what age do you recommend? What would you tell them to do? How do you get a little girl interested or a young lady interested in softball?
Well, most young girls right now are starting, if they don't have middle school ball, they're in these 8, 10, 12 under summer groups, and that's the best way in the world to get them started. I know our volleyball coach, her daughter is 9, and she plays in the 10 under league in Gate City, and there's a lot of girls involved with that, and that's a great experience to get them ready, and particularly at that level down there, start teaching the fundamentals. So that's the key at that level down there. I mean, everyone wants to win, but those 8, 10, and 12 and unders, I would encourage all the coaches and parents that are involved with that to particularly make sure they teach them the fundamentals of the game.
Which is the basic stuff, catching and throwing, right?
Well, basically there's 5 aspects the way I tell my girls to this game. It's hit, run, throw, catch, and think. So you got to be able to make adjustments from pitch to pitch, out to out, inning to inning, depending on the pitcher you're facing. You got to always be ready for the ball to be hit to you, each pitch, and defense and stuff. And then from a hitting aspect, you want to really teach them how to go through the ball and hit the ball well with authority. And then, of course, base running comes into play with that. So, and then the thinking, they're always communicating with their teammates and everything, so everybody's hopefully on the same page for each play and everything. So that is the aspects of it, and the quicker you can get them fundamentally sound in that, probably the more successful they're going to be early.
Before I let you go, Donna Wes Holly again, the legendary softball coach at Milligan College. Coach, we found out you got 803 wins in 27 years, averaging 30 wins a season. How about championships? How many of those have you brought home?
Well, we've had 9 conference championships at Milligan, 3 regional championships, and made 15 regional appearances and a national tournament appearance when I had Tanya Bailey's year from Daniel Boone in 92. So over the 27 years, honestly, our program has been pretty successful, and I'm pretty proud of it. So year in, year out, we want to think that we'll be considered one of the elite teams in the conference.
Absolutely. 9 conference championships, 3 regional championships, been to the regional 15 times, and also punched your ticket to the national tournament as well. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Wow. 803 wins. The legendary coach Wes Holly, Coach, thank you for your time. Appreciate you, and we'll check back in with you later on this season. And good luck between now and tournament time, all right?
Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate you having me on. You have a great day.
Yes, sir. Love promoting Milligan College and softball. Appreciate again Wes Holly, the legendary coach again at Milligan. 803 wins, 9 conference championships, 3 regional championships, been to the regional 15 times, and has also been to the national tournament and averaging 30 wins a season. And he's been under the radar. I mean, most folks, I didn't know that. And I'm almost apologetic because I've been around here a long time, had no clue. 803 wins.
Just down the road.
Yeah. I should have asked him, and I bet he would know where he is in the all-time wins list. I'll find it out from Daniel Monjay or Lucas Haichu from Milligan. But 803 wins, averaging 30 wins a season with a school like Milligan, and that's not being derogatory. They're not D1, they're NAIA. And so
it's
there's
still a
nothing wrong with that.
competitive sport. I don't care, and at that level, I mean, it makes no difference. That's tough.
Yeah, I love Milligan. That's a neat little school too. So anyway, great job. Thank you, Wes Holly, the legendary softball coach at Milligan College. 803 wins, and you heard the numbers he's putting up with a lot of different players. And as he said, he's got a lot of local girls on the team too, which I think that's really cool. And so congratulations to Coach Holly and continued success until they get into the postseason play coming up here a little bit later on in the spring. Horace is going to pick a name out of the bucket here in just a few minutes. Let me tell you about the good folks at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. We'll pick a ticket winner today. Again, how can you get qualified? We're giving away tickets, a couple of times a week. You just go to the Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com. And, again, give us pertinent information. And that's the basic, anytime you're in a contest, basic contest information, and we'll take it from there. Again, we have already in the bucket Ken Archer from Limestone's won, Denise Odessa from Kingsport's won, and Britt Marshall from Kingsport, actually Churchill, has also won. So we'll see who today's winner is coming up here. So I'll tell you about the good folks at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. Again, our good friend Will Graybill. Again, they've been 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family. How about that? 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family. Again, at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. 4 locations in Kingsport on Broad Street, in Bristol on Highway 126, in Greenville on Justice Drive, and in Pounding Mill, Virginia on Short Street. They've also offered clinics, or do offer clinics in Abington, Whitfield, Lebanon, and Norton, Virginia, Sevierville, Mountain City here in Tennessee, and in North Carolina, Newland and Linville, North Carolina. Again, 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. And one of the things they deal with and deal a lot with, unfortunately, is diabetes. And they treat thousands of patients dealing with diabetes and its effects through wound care, office visits, and preventable care. They see most of their patients after the problem arises with diabetes. Again, here in the region, they offer diabetic footwear, shoes, and inserts, which are a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. Also, they use custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensures a great recovery. They actually fit it to your foot and to make sure it's exactly the way it needs to be. And also they can custom mold shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and even extra depth diabetic shoes. All this available, again, at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. If you need to brace it or replace it from head to toe, you know where to go. 39 years, 4 locations, and 1 family at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. I had a guy ask me the other day that listened to the show, watch the show, said, do you have the Science Hill and Dobbins Minute football schedules out for this year? I said, yeah, sure do. And so I'll have those for you here in just a second. We'll kind of run down those for you. Let's, our winner, let's see. You have pulled a name, and the winner is from Nashville, Tennessee. All right. And who is this young lady?
Sarah Noel.
Sarah Noel from Nashville, Tennessee. All right. And so we'll pass it on to the folks at the Speedway with the pertinent information. What to do with the winning ticket card here? What to do with that? There it is. Thank you. Again, Sarah Noel from Nashville. All right. So we appreciate that. Again, go to the Tom Taylor Sports Show at BristolMotorspeedway.com. Nope, that's not it. Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com.
There you go.
See, I'm thinking 2 things at once here.
Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. And if you're anywhere, not just here in the Tri-Cities, obviously, this young lady hails from Nashville. So
I believe she's a college student, so she's up here at ETSU, but I think that's pretty cool.
Home base, Nashville. So we'll get her the information, and or get the information to the track, and they'll get in touch with her, make sure she's got tickets, probably in the will call window there at the Speedway. And so can't beat that. She just won tickets to go to 2 weeks from Saturday, the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300 and also the Pit Light 125. Anytime you get a doubleheader, 425 laps of racing. And again, the 300 is a great race simply because a lot of the Cup guys will be out there. Kansas was there last year. Kyle Busch was there last year in the race. It's some great racing.
Everybody wants to go to that big race, you know, that the big boys. But let me tell you, I've been to a lot of those other races, and they are very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
You get some good racing going on.
Yes, they do. And so we would encourage you to get your tickets, and if you can't, well, not get them, but register for them.
Yes.
Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com. Put your name in the hat, and we'll see if we can get you into the winner's circle. Like we got Ken Archer, Denise Odessa, Britt Marshall, and today Sarah Noel from Nashville, Tennessee. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll run down this football schedules as promised. Some folks want to hear the DB and Scienceville football schedules for this year, and we'll do that for you coming up next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's not just a race, it's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City 500. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know to update your coverage when adult children move home?
Oh, heck no.
Or that you could get coverage for identity theft through your homeowner's insurance.
And that your valuables can be covered by home insurance even when they're not at home. The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Wednesday, Hump Day. Wonder if Apestra has her Happy Day hat on.
No, I don't know.
Happy Hump Day hat on.
We haven't had a picture in a while.
No, I think I got put in the quotas pretty quick. I think Miss Apestra told Tommy, do not send any more pictures of those two yo-yos and let them put them up on the screen. But you still have them somewhere, don't you?
Well, they're somewhere. We'll find them.
I can pull them off the phone. I can pull mine off the phone and think we ought to do that today or let her go?
Let her go today. We'll let her rest. It's April Fool's Day. We want to be nice.
It's gotten into you. Oh, it's April Fool's. Usually it's like you're all about mischief and being ornery. So
there's enough of that going on today as it is.
Yeah, that's good. The man-child tried to pull one over on you, didn't he?
He did, but
didn't work.
I've learned my lesson long ago.
Papa Bear.
Oh, he done me once or twice, and it won't happen again.
He snookered you pretty good a couple times, didn't he?
Had.
April Fool's, yeah. Last year, the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300. Again, case in point, this is a great race you want to go watch, and you can watch for free when, again, you register free, no strings attached to Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com. Last year, of course, Kyle Busch won the race. Kyle Larson finished second. Then you had Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney, Matt Kenseth, Ty Dillon. All these guys, of course, in the Cup Series, they're racing last year. Ty Dillon, as we said, finished sixth. You had Trevor Bayne in the race, Regan Smith in the race. Even a guy by the name of Earnhardt, Jeffrey Earnhardt, was in the race. So you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys 8 or 9 guys are involved in the Cup Series that are in the race, and we don't know who's going to be running. Entry list is of course, to be determined. So, obviously, Kyle Busch won't be here as he's still on the shelf, having been injured at Daytona. But anyway, it's a great race to go check out. The Drive to Stop Diabetes 300. Kyle Busch held off Kyle Larson in less than, the victory margin was 1.4 seconds. I mean, it was right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was a nail-biter. And Kyle Busch held off Kyle Larson for the win a year ago. So it's a great race to see. And then right after that's the Pit Light 125, the K&N Pro Series. Those guys get around there pretty quick, too, 125-lap race. So you get 425 laps. And if you're registering, if we pull your name, you get to go for free. How could you beat that? So, again, go one more time, Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com and register. And congratulations to Sarah Noel from Nashville, Tennessee, which is pretty cool. All right, let's see. High school football schedule. Here we go. As requested, who do you want to go first, alphabetically, or does it matter? DB first or Science Hill?
It doesn't make no difference.
All right, it don't make no difference. All right, here we go. August 20th, race week on a Thursday night. We'll get down the DB schedule first. August the 20th, Dobbins Minute will play Tennessee High. I believe that's at the Stone Castle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're at Stone. That one's on the road at Stone Castle. Because I need to put an ad there. Forgot to do that. You got 5 at home, 5 on the road. Then they come back, their home opener on August 28th. DB will host Oak Ridge. September the 4th, they'll go to William Blount. September the 11th, they go to Sevier County. September the 18th, Dobbins Minute will play Hardin Valley at home. Open date on September the 25th. Following week on a Thursday night, October the 1st, they go into the land of you-know-where. What's that team down there that dominates? What's their nickname? Maryville.
Rebels.
That's right, Maryville Rebels. They'll go to Maryville on October the 1st.
No,
Maryville?
Yeah.
It's not Maryville.
No.
It's not
Maryville.
It's not Maryville.
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 That's where I'm from.
Okay, Maryville.
And where Mrs. V is from.
Yeah, Maryville.
Maryville.
You're a piece of work. Maryville. All right, they're going to be at Maryville on October the 1st. Did I do that right?
Yeah.
Okay. October the 9th, DB will host Bradley Central. October the 16th, they will host Knox Bearden. October the 23rd, they go to Jeff County. They'll wrap up October the 30th. On a Friday night, obviously, they'll have the Scienceville Hilltoppers coming to town. So, again, Tennessee High, at Tennessee High, Oak Ridge, at William Blount, at Sevier County, Hardin Valley, at Maryville, Bradley Central, Knox Bearden, at Jeff County, and Science Hill.
These Super 32 teams?
Yeah.
I tell you what, their schedules.
Ain't no cream puffs on that one, I can tell you that.
It's going to be tough for both teams.
There ain't no cream puffs now.
No.
So they're going to have to tighten up, and they are going to tighten up. It's going to be a great schedule. Science Hill opens up on August the 28th. The 0 week, they'll not play. They'll play the first week, August 28th. Again, they'll play hosting Elizabethton. September the 4th, they go to Bradley Central. September the 11th, Science Hill hosting Irwin, North Carolina. September the 18th, they've got Maryville coming to town. Maryville's coming to John City September the 18th. So I think it's going to be good. Everybody says, oh, gosh, we're now in that same
we're going to
conference.
get to see these teams that everybody talks about. They're coming into town.
And the more you see them, the more you can get ready for them and make adjustments and hopefully beat them. So that's a tall task. It's a fantastic system in place at Maryville. But I think the more you see them, I think you kind of lose the I don't know how you explain it, but it's like, oh, we got to go pick something. We got to go play the Raiders. We're scared about playing the Raiders. Yeah. Nobody's scared of playing the Raiders. I use that as an example. Anyway, Maryville's coming September the 18th. September the 25th, Science Hill goes to Gray to battle Daniel Boone. October the 2nd, they go on the road at Hardin Valley. Then they come home for 2. October the 9th, Science Hill has William Blount. Hilltoppers will host Jefferson County on the 16th. Then on the 23rd, they go to Bearden. And as we said earlier, on the 30th, they'll wrap things up on the road at Dobbins Minute. So a home schedule for Science Hill, Elizabethton, Irwin, North Carolina, Maryville, William Blount, and Jeff County. Road games for the Hilltoppers at Bradley Central, at Daniel Boone, at Hardin Valley, at Knox Bearden, and at Dobbins Minute. So
now one of those teams is my alma mater.
Well, it's William Blount.
There you go.
The Governors.
You
absolutely.
remember that. Big
Absolutely.
guy.
Absolutely. I'm all about that. I pay attention when the horse talks. Not. So, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm trying to figure out how William Blount got into the Super 32 because, I mean, they're not a powerhouse, but they are.
By enrollment.
I guess so.
It's all it's all based on class size. I mean, the school size. I can't remember whether they're based on total enrollment or just for the boys. It's total enrollment now. It used to be just on the boys. With Title IX, they, of course, blend them all in. So, Yeah, so it's a big school, big county school, right?
Yeah, oh, it's a huge school. We used to call it the prison. You have to understand, the first year William Blount was in existence was my senior year.
Yeah.
So I got to experience a new form of education in William Blount County.
Well, now Heritage is still there too, right?
Heritage is still there, yeah. But Heritage was more of a smaller, and it was out in the boondocks. Okay, that's where my wife graduated from.
Right, Mrs. V's from Heritage.
Mrs. V's from Heritage. But William Blount they consolidated 3 smaller schools, and these 3 smaller schools hated one another.
Great.
Big rivalry.
Great camaraderie there.
You got it.
Yeah.
So that first year they had to kind of lay the hammer down, and so we called it the prison.
What were the 3?
You couldn't get away with anything.
No. Pretty tight in the halls, right?
Oh, man, yes.
Wasn't much shenanigans going on.
As a matter of fact, it got so bad the senior class boycotted the senior prom.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I think there's like 6, maybe 10 seniors went to the prom.
You boycotted the senior prom because the –
Well, we always used to have it in different locations around the county, and they said, no, we're going to have it here at the school. And then we said, okay, we'll have it at the school. They're going to have it in the commons area, but all the lights were going to stay on, everything. The party atmosphere was going to be gone. So, no, we didn't
Horace couldn't slow dance with the lights on, so he had them lights off. He can slow dance. So I'm not going, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
what were the 3 schools that they consolidated?
Porter, I think, was one of them. Maybe was it Lanier? And Friendsville. I went to Friendsville one year. Friendsville Falcons.
Horace ain't going because the lights are on in the commons. Can't slow dance with my girl. We ain't going. Okay, got you. So he boycotted the prom.
Yeah.
And so you got William Blount in the county. You got Heritage in the county.
And Maryville.
Is Alcoa in Blount County?
Alcoa is in the Alcoa's a city school. Maryville's a city school.
Oh, so there's 2 cities and 2 counties.
2 counties.
No wonder there's a big rivalry.
Yeah.
So how do you choose if you're in Maryville? How do you choose to go to Alcoa or Maryville? They got zones, but can you skip zones?
Well, there's a city limits. I mean, if you live in Alcoa city limits, you go to Alcoa. Now, Alcoa is a powerhouse football program too.
Absolutely.
Of course, they're a single A, I think, or double A.
Double A.
Or
was. I don't know what they are reclassed now, but yeah.
And Alcoa and Maryville, depending on where you wanted to go, I guess, in the circumstances, the county kids, they would pay tuition, and they would, the parents would throw them into one of those 2 schools. The county schools always suffered when it came to trying to find some athletes.
They throw them. Here, Tom, you're going over there for 4 years. Okay.
Well, these parents, they want their kids to have the best, and so they would put them in one of those 2 programs, and
I understand.
Of course, Blount County as a whole has grown and grown and grown. And Maryville, its location, because it's geographic situation, they've had to cut back, so it's hard to get into Maryville tuition-wise now. So, and that's a testament to Coach Quarles, because what he had to pick from in the past is being reduced, and so he still has this talent that he sculpts every year.
Yeah.
And they win and win and win. It's just amazing.
Yeah. So they do a great job down there, obviously.
Oh, they do.
So that's your football schedules by request. So that's Science Hill and Dobbins Minute. And maybe we can do that some more, list some other school schedules coming up here in the next couple of weeks, folks. Already talking about football in the fall. Of course, spring practice right around the corner from a lot of these teams, too. A lot of them will do April, early May, or all in April, or all I think they do them all in May. I think they stagger them this year because school's supposed to get out when it does. So, but spring practice is coming up for all the teams soon, and so we'll be talking to those coaches, too, when we get a chance to talk to them about spring practice. So lots going on. We're winding down college basketball. NBA playoffs are cranking up here soon. Of course, college baseball in high gear, high school baseball and softball in high gear. Major League Baseball cranks up this weekend, so it's kind of a transition time for the sports, and then you won't be that far away when the Raiders and all the other NFL teams go through a little mini camp.
Go Niners.
Yeah. And, did you see the story? Go Niners. Did you see the story out of Dallas? Romo says he would have taken a cut and pay to keep Murray in Dallas. So why are you telling me that now?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that and I thought.
That's because they didn't want Murray, period.
Yeah, but my point is, if it was, that's true. But if it was a money thing, he made the.
I don't think it was a money thing.
Okay, he made the offer. He said, I would have taken a pay cut for Murray. He was willing to take a cut and pay from his $17 million base salary this year to keep DeMarco Murray, who left to sign with the rival Eagles, to keep him in Dallas. Well, okay, maybe he said that before now, but why now?
Well, it just tells me it wasn't about the money.
Well, no,
there was something else going on there. But So that's why he's saying it now. I mean, it makes no difference.
It's money safe.
Yeah.
Got you. But let's see what's it say here. If this thing will go. Here we go. Romo said he's willing to take a cut and pay. Of course, Murray led the NFL in rushing with 1,845 yards. And DeMarco ended up asking me, why don't you take a pay cut? And he said, I said, I would. I'll take a pay cut to do this. And they didn't. Cowboys never went to Romo to seek a cut and pay. Point.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't care. They didn't want him around or
Nope.
whatever. Murray ended up signing a 5-year, $42 million deal, included $18 million fully guaranteed with the Eagles. Cowboys were firm in their 4-year, $24 million offer. So he went 5 for 42 instead of 4 for 24. So that would be an average 5 into 42. That's 7 5s. No, that's not right. 5 into 42 would be, 8 5s or 40. So
6 goes into 42 7 times. So
yeah.
About 8, little over 8.
Yeah, a little over $8 million a year. 18 fully guaranteed. Cowboys are firm in a 4-year, $24 million, which is going to give him $6 million a year. So $2 million difference.
Too much.
Yeah, $2 million difference. And so Romo said I would have, but we didn't because the Cowboys weren't interested in keeping him to begin with.
I want to renegotiate my contract.
I'll have my peeps call your peeps. How'd that be? That'd be good?
You haven't got any peeps. Well, I take that back. I brought you some peeps the other day, but they're gone.
No, they're right over
Oh,
there.
you
I
got
haven't
your
opened
peeps
them.
over there?
Yeah, I haven't even
okay.
opened them. Now, do you want to tell why you brought the peeps?
Because you don't believe me.
Would you want to tell me why you brought the peeps?
Because I wanted you to take for your granddaughter's sake,
Hey.
you take a couple peeps, you stick a couple toothpicks in their wings, and you stick them in a microwave and let them do battle.
I mean, I can't top that. You take peeps, put them in the microwave, and
Yeah.
put toothpicks
And as they grow,
in their wings.
they have a little sword fight.
Now, what do you put the 10 seconds, 20 seconds? What do you put
I
the
don't
microwave
know.
on?
I'd say just set it for whatever you want and just watch them grow.
Hope all the kids are in school. They don't hear this. But anyway, peeps, put them in the microwave, put a little wood
A youth
toothpick.
pastor, by the way, was the one that told me about this.
That explains everything there. Toothpicks into the little peeps' bodies and hit the microwave, and they'll start fighting each other.
As they grow, they just kind of.
Yeah. Grown man told me that. It's good. Peeps. But they're
But
right
you got
over there.
your peeps right over there.
Yeah, right over there. I'm going
I haven't got any peeps now. You have to get me some peeps
Oh, you
so,
can take one of them
so I
back.
can have your peeps call my peeps.
There you go. I'm not sure I'm going to use both those boxes of peeps, so you can take yours back, and you and Mrs. V can do that on a slow
I
evening.
think one of them is lemonade flavor. They're pretty good.
Pick whatever you brought them, whatever flavor you want, big guy. I'll take the ones you don't want, and we'll do the peeps. So I'm not sure I ever had a peep.
You'll love them.
Oh, yeah. Marshmallow.
They're flavored marshmallow treats,
Oh, I
man.
bet
I'm telling
those,
you.
yeah.
They're gone. They're awesome.
Okay. All right. We've dropped her down to talk about peeps today. So we've had a busy
It's Easter
show.
season, baby.
Yeah. We've had a busy day today. Had a good day. Tomorrow we're going to be talking, hearing from Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs Racing. Find out what's going on. Of course, everybody's off this week in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season. Time to squeeze in our buddy Pete Tackett from Antioch Baptist Church. Again, today we've had Landon Owens, the top of the show from the Director of Ticket Sales, Bristol Motor Speedway. Dr. Barry Walton, again, we pinch hitter for him best we could. He'll be back with us next week. Greg Salyer, the Reds Report. And Wes Holly, the legendary softball coach at Milligan College. And, of course, Horace and I have been sitting there hanging for the show today and pumping out some information for you and some sports. Easter is the Super Bowl of the church calendar, the most important day of the year for those of the Christian faith. Also a time when many invite to look back at the church, I should say. At Antioch Baptist Church in Johnson City, they invite you to one of their 2 Easter services this Sunday at 9 o'clock and or 11 o'clock. Were you there? We'll use media, drama, music, and teaching, inviting you to look at the Easter scene and decide if you see yourself in those at the cross. Antioch is located at 1014 Antioch Road, about a mile east of East Tennessee State, at the corner of Seminole and Antioch in Johnson City. Also, they have coming up on Saturday at 12 noon a Easter egg hunt and a celebration. Community Easter egg hunt, including free food and prizes, plus free pictures of your kids with the Easter Bunny. That's coming up on Saturday. Then on Sunday, again, one of the 2 Easter services at 9 and or 11 at Antioch Baptist Church, a mile west of East Tennessee State at the corner of Antioch Road and Seminole Drive. So that's coming up. We appreciate Pete and those folks. And they said, we want to advertise on the show. And I said, full speed ahead. And so they have been, and we certainly appreciate that. So if you are desirous, be sure and stop by there and check it out. Again, coming up Sunday at 9 and or 11 at Antioch Baptist Church, again, off Antioch Road in, what would that be, South Johnson City, West Johnson City? Where would that be?
South side.
Southwest, South Side, Johnson City. So, hey, we wrap this thing up. Another great show. Thank you for being with us again tonight or whenever. We're going to go off live stream right now, again, to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Where might they see this tonight?
You want to go to YouTube after a while. I'll have the show posted in its webcast format up on YouTube, and I will also do the podcast, so you can download a podcast on TuneIn Radio, through Stitcher, or iTunes, and listen to the show at your leisure.
There you go. And also, one more time, be sure and register for those tickets. Again, we're giving those away 2 weeks from Saturday for the doubleheader at Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum. Again, simply go to the Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com and register. Absolutely free. Just put your name down and get the pertinent, typical contest information. And maybe as we pulled Sarah Noel from Nashville today, Britt Marshall from Churchill, Denise Odessa from Kingsport, Kent Archer from Limestone are our winners. So you may be tomorrow, but you got to get your name in the bucket. And again, Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com. Today's show brought to you by Bracken Asphalt Maintenance, Wells Fargo Financial Network, our dear friend Greg Taylor. His daughter's getting married Saturday. He's all tore up and getting ready to watch his oldest baby girl getting ready to get hitched and walk down the aisle. She's a beautiful young lady.
Tough day for a daddy.
You got that right. Amen to that, brother. And so Wells Fargo Financial Network, Bays Mountain Park, Mike's Medicine Mart, Cherokee Barbershop, home of the Gator Man, Larry Kaiser Nationwide Insurance, Book Lovers Warehouse, Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, Jim Klein, the #1 farmers insurance agent in 5 states, one of our great sponsors, American Import and Auto Repair, our buddy Tim and Kim Smith, home of the free loaner car program, the home of big, sexy Scott Hyatt works there. And also thanks to Bristol Motor Speedway, our sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back in the saddle tomorrow. Hit the music, my friend. Let's roll. And Horace, thank you, my friend. Great job as always. And
no problemo.
We thank you very, very much for being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back tomorrow from 1 to 3, brand new show. Join us, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and join us tomorrow live on live stream or later on tomorrow on podcast. Again, thanks for being with us. As always, we'll tell you win or lose, be a good sport. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Thanks for listening, and so long, everybody.